Hello, second graders, and welcome to EL Lesson 26. Today, you are going to be needing your purple module books and something to write with. We're going to begin by looking at this new word. Can everyone say discover? Discover means to find something unexpectedly or in the course of a search. Discover. So what are paleontologists trying to discover? Fossils are their big next discovery. We have another journal entry from a paleontologist dated February 28th, 2012. We reached our site this morning. When I got out of the Jeep, I turned in a circle. What a beautiful place. There is a valley of rocky soil, a huge blue lake, and snow-capped mountains. The other paleontologists with me were excited too. We heard about the site from a farmer. The farmer called our lab because he saw something very interesting in the ground. We were all wondering if this was the place we would make our greatest find. I grabbed my dusty backpack out of the back of the Jeep. I quickly checked to make sure I had all of my tools, a pickaxe, my brushes, and even my magnifying glass. I was ready. We began hiking across the sand looking for the spot. We stopped at the bottom of a small hill. Was it here? I squinted my eyes and looked carefully in the rocky ground. I took a few more steps. Was it here? Suddenly, someone saw something sticking up out of the ground. We all set our backpacks down and removed our tools. I really hope we find what we've come here to find. Now, in small groups this week, we're going to be using the word discover and cite in a sentence. So let's try to do discover and cite in a sentence. Okay, we reached our site in hopes of making a big discovery. Okay, that could work. All right, let's review the unit. Here's a question for us. What do paleontologists do? We're going to be talking more about that, but I think you guys already have a pretty good idea about what paleontologists do. Talk about that in small groups as well. I'm introducing a new text today. It's called Curious About Fossils, and we're starting from a site. Here you can see the setting or the location of their research. Paleontologists often travel by plane or jeep to remote places searching for fossils. When they find a good spot, the lead scientists must get permission to dig on the land. Here, they are in Wyoming, which is it a state here in California, a state in the United States. So it was a Smithsonian dinosaur expedition in Shell, Wyoming. Very cool. Then they must raise money for equipment, food, and shelter for the dig crew. A dig crew is made up of scientists and students. Sometimes people volunteer to help, but they have to be ready to camp. Here's some more pictures of their work. Really cool. Today, paleontologists use computers in their work, but they also use many of the same tools that early fossil hunters did, including stone hammers and brushes. If a dig crew finds a large fossil, paleontologists may use a drill or a pickaxe and chisel to carefully separate the fossil from the larger rock because they don't want to damage their discovery. They don't want to damage the fossil. Now, remember when I talked about how our journals could be a tool? And Jason said, yeah, because then we can write things down so we don't forget. Very important. And I think that's why paleontologists do it too. They make detailed drawings of what the fossils look like in the rock. That way, they know the original location of all the fossil parts. Then very slowly, They begin to chip away at the rock surrounding the fossil. When most of the rock is gone, they use small picks, brushes, and even toothbrushes to remove the dust and rock bits. Photographs are taken at every stage. When the fossil has been safely removed, it is packed up carefully. It will be sent to a university or museum for further study. Hopefully a truck can make it to the dig site. If not, then the fossil crates are pushed and pulled on sleds until they can be more easily transported. Whole fossil skeletons are rarely found. Most fossils are bits. Here's some more pictures here. And pieces that have been put together like a puzzle. But each small bit is saved. It might be the missing piece of a bigger skeleton already discovered. That's a good point. That a lot of times their discoveries are just small pieces, not large. Mary Anning made a huge discovery. I mean, I think she found the entire piece of a sea monster, right? Of a fish, ancient fish. All right, we're going to be looking at our purple module books now. And we're going to be beginning our paleontologist notebook on page 75. So you may put your name right there on the paleontologist notebook on page 75. And then we're going to be working, sorry about that, we're going to be working from page 76. Okay, so here we go. Here in the box, it says tools paleontologists use to discover fossils. Paleontologists use many tools to discover fossils. So your target today is to write a detailed sentence about the tools that paleontologists use to discover fossils. I will see you next time.